Boom. All right. All right, guys. Just a quick video I'm gonna do for y'all. I'm gonna keep it short. About 2.5 to 3 hours building the Oxy2. And now this is just the kit. There's no electronics in it, but I wanted to give an overview of what I thought about when I was building it. I've never built a helicopter kit, but I've built RC car kits, if that's of any help. But then here's the box. So my initial thoughts when I built the Oxy2 was pretty good. It came together pretty fast. I used two tools, a 1.5 millimeter and a Phillips, a very small Phillips. I don't remember the size, but it's one of the smaller ones. Now, there's also some other screws that use a 1.3 millimeter, but I didn't use it when I built it because most of the stuff comes assembled, like this head and the swash plate. I'll show y'all, show you guys. So this canopy, I'll put it over here. So there she is, all carbon fiber body, plastic skids, aluminum back here. Oh, now it doesn't want to zoom. Okay, but so most of the stuff came pre-assembled, and then like I had to put it together with the boom. Came together really nice. One thing, oh my goodness, a brain fart. So one thing that I noticed was that the landing gear is molded, right? If you can see, it looks like it's molded. But I noticed that the boom clamp in here, you see it? And the battery tray, if you look, they're 3D printed. So I don't know if that's like because they wanted the cost to be cheaper, so they went ahead and 3D printed it themselves, or it's stronger than the forge, like on the landing gear. So I don't know if that's the reason behind that. But so those two pieces were 3D printed that I noticed, and I don't know much about 3D printing, so I don't know like if the tolerances in those are strong or tight. I mean, not strong. I was thinking the material is strong and the tolerance is tight. But the instructions that you can download on the Oxy website, very detailed. They did a really good job on their manual. It's like 47 pages, I think, and it tells you a lot of stuff. So very helpful, and they probably did it like that so they're not going through paper, and you can just download it. I PDF'd it. It's on my phone. Now I just need to get servos and stuff. And the battery goes here, right? Motor goes in here. Right under here is the satellite, where you can just place it right there, and the satellite says there, and then the motor says right there. And then there's a little spot right here for your fly barless system, so it's your gyro to keep it, centered and flying. And it goes right there. So the way they set it up is really nice, and you actually have room for something else right here. I can probably put my electric speed controller right there if it'll fit. I gotta when I start buying all the electronics for it. Actually, earlier I was flying the 120 SR earlier, but the winds were kind of strong, so I was kind of fighting the winds a little bit, but I had to get some flight time today, so I was flying that. But the build was good, guys. For someone or like me that I've never built a heli kit before, it was fairly easy. So the overall build was actually really good. Really easy, not too hard. I had a couple of things that I was kind of irritated about, but then I got over it. The boom clamp, I couldn't get it to open and close. So, and then I finally figured it out. You just have to work it. I stuck a flathead in there and then I opened it up to get the boom in there and then tighten it up. But I think the hard part is going to be the actual radio setup and getting the fly-barless system in there and getting it to where I want to where it wants to fly right. It's not going to be something like out of the box like I've already been flying, so that's going to be new to me and it's going to be a learning curve. But check it out, guys. I'm going to put it back down here. So if I were to rate this guy or this kit, if I were to rate this kit, I just hit the camera. If I were to rate this kit, I would rate it 10 being the hardest. You know, I would rate it about a 4. It wasn't hard at all. Pretty simple. Like I said, I think the electronics is going to be, or you know, the setting it up with the radio and everything is going to be the harder part. I think this is probably the easiest part. I mean, I've built RC. Oh snap! Comparison of the 120 SR and the Oxy2. Not too much of a difference. I mean, the weight. Yeah, I mean, they're about the same. But now, this is without electronics, so the 120 SR weighs a little bit more. But then once I get the electronics in the Oxy, it'll definitely be a lot heavier. I was flying this earlier and I was getting some wind gusts outside. They're about like 5 to 10 miles an hour at certain points, and I was having trouble flying this one. But then again, I was flying in gust of wind, so I was still trying to get some airtime, and it did well. And then I got to a point where I was fighting the flybar. So and I don't know if it's something going on or just the wind. I'm fighting the wind. But back to this guy, just size comparison. Hopefully this guy can handle pretty good in the wind. I've seen videos on YouTube and this thing is flying pretty good in some wind, so. And I'll see y'all later.